Look, people like me, I realize I'm just some weirdo on the internet yelling into a microphone. I'm not important. I may be important to you. I may be important to me. I'm definitely important to my family, who I am responsible for. It is the most sacred duty I have. Look, I love you all very dearly. But if it came down to you versus my wife and kids, I'm a man. My God-given, evolutionary-driven purpose in life is to lead, and it is to lead 6 other people, my wife and 5 children. If it's a choice between you guys and my family, I love y'all, but I will choose my family every single time. If my family said tomorrow, Dad, husband, we need you right now to stop being on YouTube, tomorrow I would stop being on YouTube without a second thought. Because I am a man and I have a God-given, evolutionary required task to provide for 6 people on this fucking planet. And that's what I would do. And if you don't understand that, you don't know what it is to be a man. It's a hard thing to understand. You are put down on this earth to provide for X amount of people. Whatever X is dependent on you, okay? However, whatever you do outside of that can be great. It can be wonderful. It can be important to the world. But it doesn't matter if everything you're doing is the most critical thing on earth. It doesn't matter if you're curing COVID. Let me be clear. It doesn't matter if you're curing cancer. If you are coming up with a response, you're gonna make a cancer cure that will save 50 million people. But your family says, Dad, I need you here. Your family of 1 wife, 1 child says, Dad, I need you here now. And that means you don't cure cancer. You don't prevent 50, 100, 200 million deaths in the future. That is your God-given and evolutionary mandated responsibility to those 2 people over the 50 million. If you don't understand that, if you don't get that, I'm going to forgive you, but I'm also going to call you a collectivist. We are not a collective. You are not that important. You are only important in your small sphere. And once you figure that out, by the way, one day I'm going to do an entire video on this. Once you figure out that you only matter to the people in your immediate sphere, only then will you be impactful to the rest of the world. If you set out to change the world, fuck you, go home. Nobody wants you. If you set out to be a good man to the people in your sphere, you will impact the world in ways you never, ever even contemplated. Because that is what men are supposed to do. That is our God-given, evolutionary mandated. Science and God agree on this. Purpose in life. Men are to deal with their immediate sphere of family. Period. That advances the tribe. That advances the society. It's worked this way forever. And there's a reason it works. Okay. I'm really getting drunk right now. And we're going into fucking manhood. But this is important. This is important. I want people to know this. I have never, ever set out or pretended to have the influence that I do have. I recognize it. I can see numbers on YouTube and stuff like that. I want you guys to know that as much as I love you, as much as I love being able to speak into your lives, you will never, ever find me failing my family for the purpose of a YouTube number. Ever, ever, ever. Ever. If they came to me right now, I would leave right now. And you need to understand that to If you want to change the world, change you, change your life, change your family. And then everything else will follow. It's ripples. All right.